Hello there, you amazing people. Welcome to Rise Up to Positivity. I am Heather, your positive mindset coach, here to help you quiet that negative self-talk, build an unshakable positive mindset while creating a more confident and fulfilling life without all that stress and self-doubt getting in the way. I'm going to share with you something about the voice in my head. For as long as I can remember, that inner voice was not kind. It was not encouraging, and it was basically never quiet. It told me I wasn't qualified. It told me I was too much and somehow not enough. It amplifies everything. I make one small mistake, and within 30 seconds, my brain had turned it into a full-blown disaster scenario, complete with consequences I haven't even invented yet. Sound familiar? This is what I now know that I desperately wish I knew earlier in my life is that negative self-talk isn't the truth. It's a habit, a deeply worn groove into your thinking that your brain keeps sliding into because that's where it's been sliding for years. And habits, even the ones that feel like a personality, can be changed. Today, I'm going to give you the exact technique that I use and the one that actually worked for me when that noise got loud. Let's get into it. Negative self-talk isn't random. It follows patterns. And once you can name yours, you have the power over it. Here are the 4 most common ones. I've lived through all 4 of these at different points in my life, so I can tell you exactly what they look like for me. Pattern 1, labeling. This is when you define yourself by a moment or a mistake, such as, I'm such an idiot. I'm a failure. I'm an anxious person. That's just who I am. I used to label myself consistently. The labels felt true because I said them so many times. But here's what I eventually understood. A label is not a fact, it's a story. And a story can be changed. Pattern 2, magnifying. My personal specialty, courtesy of anxiety. This is when your brain leaps straight from a small problem to an absolutely worst possible outcome in about 4 seconds flat. I'd send an email with a typo and immediately imagine the entire chain of events that would lead to my professional reputation being destroyed forever. Magnifying feels urgent. It feels real. It's almost never accurate. Remember that. Pattern 3, Filtering. This one is sneaky, and it hit me hard when I started to share my work publicly. Filtering is when you zoom in on one crucial comment and filter out 99 kind ones. I would get generally moving responses from people, messages that told me something I said changed their day. And I'd still be thinking about that one person said it wasn't helpful at all. That's not balance. That is your brain on a negative bias, and it needs to be interrupted. Pattern 4, mind reading. This one is a classic people pleaser pattern right here. I'm guilty of this. This is assuming you know what everyone is thinking about you. It's never flattering. Someone goes quiet in a conversation, and I think, I said something wrong. Someone didn't text back, and I think they'll be upset with me. Someone seems distracted, and I would think I'm annoying them. I was writing everyone else's internal monologue and casting it on myself as the problem in every single one. Which one of these is most familiar to you? Most of us have a dominant pattern. The one we return to most reliably under stress. Knowing yours isn't a reason to judge yourself. It's a reason to get strategic. Here's the technique. 3 steps. Catch it, challenge it, change it. I use this one on a regular basis. Not because that inner critic has gone permanently silent, I wish, but because I've gotten very good at not letting it drive. So step 1, catch it. This first step is simply noticing the thought, not judging yourself for it, just seeing it. Oh, there's that magnifying again. Hello, old friend. The moment you are aware of this is powerful. It creates a split second of space between you and your thought. And that space, you have a choice. You don't have that choice when that thought is running on autopilot. Step 2, challenge it. Ask one honest question. Is this actually true? Not, could it theoretically be true in some universe? But is this real? Solid evidence for right now. When I catch myself magnifying, I ask, what is actually happening versus what I'm afraid might happen? Those are very different things. When I catch myself mind reading, I ask, do I actually know this? Or did I just make this up? The answer is almost always, I made it up. Step 3, change it. Replace the thought not with something fake, but with something honest and more helpful. This is where the bridge method from week 6 comes in beautifully. If the thought is, I always mess up everything, the change isn't on flawless and perfect. The change is, I made a mistake today, and I am someone who learns from those mistakes. True, grounded, forward moving. Your brain can hold on to that. Here's what I would love for you to do this week. Think of 3 negative thoughts that show up on a regular basis for you. The ones that you could practically set a clock by. Write them down. Be honest. Nobody has to see this. Now, write your reframe for each one. Use the 3 steps. Catch it, challenge it, change it. Turn each one into a response that's true and more helpful than the original thought. Then, and this is the part that made the biggest difference for me, practice saying the reframes out loud. Not just thinking them, saying them. Your brain responds differently to spoken words than just thoughts. There's something about hearing your own voice saying kinder truth that makes it more real. Drop one of your reframes in the comments, the old thought and the new one, because I promise you, someone else out there is fighting the exact same thought. And your reframe might be what they needed to hear. Let me share one of mine. One I use regularly. My old thought in the filter pattern is that one person's critical response means I'm not actually helping anyone. I should probably stop. Catch it. There's the filtering. I'm taking one response and erasing everything else. Challenging it. Is this actually true? Do I have evidence that I'm not helping anyone? No. I have evidence of the opposite, and I'm choosing to ignore it. Change it. One person's experience doesn't cancel everyone else's. I'm showing up honestly, and that will always reach the people it's meant to reach. Does that thought still show up sometimes? Oh yeah. But it doesn't get to drive anymore. That's the work. And you, right now, watching this, showing up for yourself, you are already doing the work. The inner critic didn't build itself overnight. Remember that. Remember that. It built up your whole life. It won't be silenced overnight either. And you need to remember that one too. But every single time you catch it, challenge it, and choose something kinder, you make it a little quieter and you make yourself a little bit more free. I would be grateful if you could give this video a like if it helped you out today. Share it with someone whose inner critic has been running the show. They need to know it does not have to. Subscribe if you haven't already and hit that notification bell so you never miss a week. And come back next week for the gratitude challenge that generally surprised me. I'll see you then, you amazing people.